What's up, Lion Nation? Ketan Darba here with Sports Information. I have the pleasure to have head men's soccer coach here with me, Team Star. How you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. You know, like it feels like you guys dodged the rain a little bit this morning.
Yep.
You got some good practice in.
Yeah. No. Weather's coming, but we got to get in today.
Yeah, you can't complain. Like you like the heat or the cold? Was your favorite here?
I just embrace every season. If it's hot, let's embrace it. If it's cold, let's embrace it.
Third season, Emmanuel.
Yep.
So this week actually, the preseason for the Conference Alliance came out. You guys were pool number 9. How you feel about that?
Yeah. I don't usually put a lot of stock into
Mhm.
preseason polls. I mean, if you ranked really high, then everyone's going to be gunning for you. You can kind of let it get to your head. If you're ranked a little bit lower, then you get to play the underdog. So I think if you look back at the last couple of years as preseason polls, there's been a lot of change, from the preseason poll to what the final standings was. So we're just focused on what we can do every day.
Okay. Does that mean that you guys play more relaxed, like more like, hey, let's go for it?
No, I think we did all right last year. We have some new pieces this year, and we're just going to play and focus on what we can do, and
Sure.
Go from there every game.
Nice. So you said something about like this season. But let's talk about what happened last year, right? So looking back, you guys had a good run in the tournament,
Yep.
right? It was a good run. It was like a tough one against Converse. What are your thoughts overall?
Yeah, no, it was good to finally get going at the end of the season. We knew we were capable of doing it, and we knocked off some big players with Mount Olive away from home, and then Chawan at their place. We crashed out in the tournament, but we had a good spring season. We really competed well there. Guys worked incredibly hard with the lower numbers that we had, and so now we're just ready to get after this fall.
And all the matches were away, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that makes a totally different like scenario for us, right?
Yeah, no, I mean we want to be. We know we can be good at home,
Mhm.
and we want to be good away as well. And every game that we play matters.
Nice. So this year, expectations a little high. How you feeling? You guys had like a couple weeks of practice, some scrimmages. So how are you feeling?
Yeah, I think everybody feels good at the beginning of the season because games haven't happened
Yep.
yet.
0-0, right?
I haven't yet seen a coach who isn't optimistic when they start league play. So, we're always optimistic. We have a long way to go. We're still growing. We're still learning, and we just want to be the best team we can be in November.
That's what it matters.
That's what it matters.
So, but you had the chance to play like a couple scrimmages, probably in your squad. Anything you would like to share? Anything you see?
We had some good tests. We played Mars Hill, which is a historically good program. We had some good tests there. Got to get a lot of guys in and see how they adjust to college soccer with some of the new boys. We're still tinkering with some pieces and where people fit in with the returners. So, it's a way to grow and learn and be able to put those pieces together. But for sure, we're going to keep doing that and put the best 11 that we can on the field.
Nice. And not pushing the spot to share your game plan, but what are you looking to implement? Can you share a little bit?
Yeah, we want to implement a team that not many people want to play. We want to be physical. We want to push the game. We want to be really stingy defensively. And I think we're able to get that concept across, towards the end of last fall. And of course, we carried it on to the spring and carried it into now.
Nice. Biggest rival, biggest challenge of the year. What do you think?
I think everybody. Every game that we play at with the pods and the RPI that they're doing, every game matters.
Yeah.
Because you could get a win away from home that's worth certain points, and a win away from this win and then certain points. So every game is important, and we're just taking it one game at a time.
Is there one that the boys are looking for the most?
The first home game is always special.
Home opener.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, first week in September.
Yeah, that's coming up.
We're getting excited.
Yeah. Anything you want to add? Anything you want to share, like to the fans, to the public?
No, fans, we'd love to have you out. Every time you guys come out, we feel a big boost in how we play. We love the support, and hopefully we can give them something to cheer about this year.
Awesome. I hope you guys do well. Good luck this season. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to invite 2 of the boys to come talk to us. Be right back.
Attending Emmanuel is easier and more affordable than ever. With 49 programs to choose from, both on campus and online, undergraduate and graduate, there's something for everyone. Home of the Emmanuel Lions, members of NCAA Division II and Conference Carolinas, in 30 sports, from baseball to bass fishing. Our students represent us proudly on and off the field. With new grants and scholarships available beginning this year, there's no better time to be a Lion. Head over to ec.edu and apply today.
Welcome back, guys. I have the pleasure to have two boys here that play on the men's team. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Tommy Assi. I'm a junior. I'm a forward and captain of the team. And here's my teammate,
Nathan Walker. I'm a sophomore and I play winger.
Nice. So how long you guys been here, Emmanuel? 2-3 years?
So this is my second year here.
Okay.
My second year as well. Yeah.
So what it feels like so far? Like you guys being like had 2 years under the belt. What are your thoughts?
So what I think is I like the school. It's a family environment where you can be close to many people. You know most of the people in the school, and that's something really good because you can cheer for each other, and also other people can come and cheer for us, and that's something good for the sport, something good for the team, and for each other to know people.
Yeah, I do feel like here everybody's one. We're all together. We all go support every sport that happens here on campus.
That's good. So let's focus on your sport. Season just kicked off, right? So you have like a couple weeks of practice. You play like a couple scrimmages. So what's the outlook? What do you guys see in the future?
So we did pretty good. We start like finding the pace, training. We had a nice first week of training, good first scrimmage, and we were growing, and we still growing. The season just started. It's a long season. We have a couple games coming up, really close each other. So we are just looking forward for the best, putting the most effort in every training, doing the match that we can with this heat, with this warm color.
Warm weather.
Yeah, warm weather. Thank you. So it's nice. It's been good. So we look forward for the season and the important games.
Yeah, we had a good preseason. It was very hot out here, but everybody came out to work, and everybody looks like they're committed to the team.
That's good. That's a good feeling. So what do you think is the difference between right now, like this season, and the seasons before, like you guys already played?
I think we set that tone last semester in the spring, so we are actually keeping that as a family, as a brotherhood that we all have in the team. So I think that's something that changed from last year. Most likely, all the players are together. We are close to each other, and that's something really good for the team and for us.
Yeah, I think even with all the new boys coming in, they've easily adapted, and we've all welcomed them, and they're competing at the level that we like to see them compete at.
So you touched that that a little bit. Like you guys get a lot of new faces, right? In the big team. So how do you think everybody's adapting? Because you got a couple of transfers, some freshmen. So how's the chemistry going?
I think it's going really well. So we have a couple of good players that just arrived, some transfers, some freshmen that had the opportunity to play, and they did pretty well because it was their first game. So I think they're doing really well, and we are trying to help them as much as we can, and making sure that they are at home, they feel good, and they can do what they have to do, and they can show all the potential that they have.
Yeah, I think since the beginning, since they got here, I've only seen the level raised, never dropped.
That's a good feeling. So they come from like different places. How they're handling the heat?
It's hard. It changed the game a lot because we are having breaks every 20 minutes. So the game is not normal because you are waiting or you are stopping every 20 minutes. So actually you play 20 minutes half, and we have to play with that. Also with the lightning storm, we have to make sure that there's not lightning, and it's hard, but we have to keep everyone hydrated, like keeping it healthy and all that stuff outside the field. It's gonna help to have a good session and good game.
So looking back, like if you go back last year, what's one match that stays in your head the most?
I don't think I have one. I have a couple. When we went to Francis Marion and we beat them 1-0 at their house, and they weren't beat at their house for a long time, and we play back to back Mount Olive in first round and Chowa in second round in a lapse of 3 days, and we beat both of
And
them
both are
away,
away. Yeah.
and we went to overtime with Chowan, and we beat them in PKs also at the house.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, that was really good games that we had.
I would have to agree with both the playoff games. After we won, everybody was celebrating, running around, and doesn't get better than that.
So playing like regular season is fun, but like, do you think when you go to the tournament, is that a different feeling for you guys?
I think you prepare for those games, but first, if you don't win the regular season, you cannot make it.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
it's you have to have the same feeling as a regular season game, but the intensity is gonna be different because you are playing for something else.
At the end of the day, it's win or go home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Playoffs.
It's knockout, right?
So yes, you're nervous. You cannot make mistakes, and you have to be focused 100%.
So like you mentioned about not making mistakes, what is something that you guys trying to implement this year that's new, or like something you're gonna try?
I would say our level of competition this year. I think last year we were able to get there in the end, but we didn't start off very strong. I think this year I can see a lot of competition throughout the team, and I think that's going to carry on to the field, and we should be able to start strong.
Yeah, we compete every second, every ball that we have in training. It's completely different. We start from zero, from the beginning of the practice, competing in spring and whatever we are doing, we are competing, and that's something that is really good for the team and for everyone.
So as a upperclassman, what advice would you give to your younger self? If you go back in time and tell like yourself, as a freshman, what advice would you give?
I say first, if you do make a mistake, just brush it off, keep going. I know I would get a little down on myself too much, but now it's like, make a mistake, get right back up, fix it, and move on.
Yeah, the same as Nate, but also keep going. Never put your head down, and just fight for everything. Fight for every second, and go for everything.
And enjoy it.
Yeah, and enjoy it, of course. Yeah.
So legacy. So you guys are also like upperclassmen. How you mentor like the freshmen or the new guys? What's something that you guys try to leave? Let's say you graduate in a couple years. What's something you guys try to leave behind, or you just pass to them?
So what the team has, the brotherhood that we all have, we create an environment in the locker room that everyone is together. We have to be for each other, and it's not just only this year, it's to keep next year, and that's what we try to put on the freshmen. And me as a junior and the seniors are trying to make sure that they do it too, so they show the freshmen that what we have to do in the locker room, at the field, helping each other, and just be for each other. That's the most important thing for everyone and for the guys that are coming.
That's great. Right, off topic, favorite player, go.
Messi.
Why? He's the GOAT?
Yeah, he's a goat. He's a goat, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, somebody's gonna disagree with you.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't agree with that, but,
You could.
No, I don't think I can. My favorite, I'd probably go Human Son on Tottenham. I just love to watch it.
Cool. Do they play the same position you guys or no?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kinda?
Kinda.
Okay. All right. Last question. How many goals each of you guys are scoring this season?
We have to guess.
Well, I want to come back and ask you guys the same question during the last game. So
Let's say
Combined or
each.
each.
Yeah.
I would go for 7. I would go for
7?
7. Yeah.
7?
And we'll go 12.
12?
13.
Okay. Last game I'm gonna check on you guys.
Okay.
Right?
Sounds
All
good. Sounds perfect.
Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Hope you guys enjoy. See you guys next time.